Hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening. Um, you are now tuned in to Missing, Lost, and Trafficked StreamYard broadcast with the investigator. We will be referring to this private investigator as simply investigator. Investigator. So I am just checking some things out before she um, introduces herself and discuss what it is that she does and a little bit about her experience. I just want to check some things out. If you could just say hello, investigator, that would
Hello,
be
I'm
great.
here.
Okay, making sure the
The
sound
sound
I
kind
can
of
hear.
froze a little bit.
Okay, you saying what about it? Okay. All right, so I am checking some things out on my phone. I see that I'm streaming live on here. Okay, and I see that the sound is coming through. And so, since that is the case, what I like for you to do, investigator, I'd love for you to just simply, you don't have to share your name, of course, but introduce yourself a little bit about what you do as a private investigator. If you could share that, that would be awesome. Hello? I think there may be some kind of, hold on. Let me make sure that there isn't. It looks like I lost her for a moment. Hopefully she'll come back. And so I'm waiting on the investigator to come back on camera. While I'm waiting on the investigator to come back on camera, I am going to share this live stream. I am going to share this live stream. So I'm sharing the live stream right now with individuals in various groups that I've joined or I am a part of. And I know that I have a lot of supporters who would like to hear from the investigators. So I'm waiting to see. I'm hoping she will come back or could come back. I just lost her temporarily. And so I have her again as an investigator. Okay.
I'm here.
All right. I have you back. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Great. All right. Great. Thank you so much for rejoining, investigator. I do appreciate you for rejoining this stream today as we temporary lost connection, but that's okay. What I was saying before we got disconnected, I just wanted you to share some information about like what you do. A lot of people just were not certain exactly what a private investigator does, and just kind of a little bit about your, background experience that you have.
hmm Okay, well, sure. I started out as a crime scene investigator back in 2009. And
Okay.
after that, I worked for a couple of different police agencies and a couple of different agencies in the southern states. So I've worked in a jail. I've investigated homicides. I've done a little, we call it code enforcement. I've done some of that. A lot of different types of investigation, anything from property to deceased persons.
Okay. Two deceased persons. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
you have quite a bit of experience in investigating um, different sorts of, I would say, circumstances and situations. Um, what, I guess, what do you find most challenging about your role or in your role as a private investigator?
The most challenging, I believe, is someone wants you to help them, but they don't want to give you all the information a lot of times.
I think the sound is going in and out for some reason. So I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but I'll wait and see I'm waiting to see if you'll come back. It looks like we're having some glitches. Okay, I
Yeah,
hear.
so I'm not sure what's going on with our connection.
Yeah, I'm connected and my internet bars are all the way up, so I'm not sure what's happening. It could be the part of the wherever you are. You may have to move around. Um, that happens
Oh,
sometimes.
okay. Okay.
Where your bars, your network itself could be low in one area and you have to kind of get up and move to another area. So, okay. Is it
Can
getting
you hear
better
me
for you?
okay?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think the hardest thing is people not wanting to reveal all of the information needed to complete or conduct the investigation because of embarrassing circumstances or, looking bad or afraid of getting in trouble with law enforcement themselves. So that's something that makes it really hard. And I would just rather someone tell me all of the embarrassing information so that I can figure out how I can help you versus keeping it from me and then
Okay. And I caught what you said. You were saying that the most challenging part of about what you do is that your clients will at times withhold information that may be important to the investigation due to it being something that's embarrassing or just uh, information that they're not comfortable with learning about. And does that kind of
right.
hinder what you do at times, hinder you in the process of?
Yeah, it does hinder because there could be something within that embarrassment that is a huge clue to me that I can help resolve whatever issue it is that you're having. So it's better just to be honest and upfront about whatever it is you used to do. If you used to be a prostitute or used to sell drugs, just release all of that information so I have everything I need to assist you with what you need because I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to find the facts.
Okay. Okay. So you heard it from the investigator. Her mission is not to judge her client, but her mission is really to just get the facts so she can better assist with the investigation and, kind of produce the best results possible. I know that you recently learned about missing, lost, and trafficked, or somehow stumbled across my profile. If you'd like to share how you learned about Pebbles, Bam Bam, missing, lost, and trafficked, that would be great.
The internet's going out again. I moved around so I can see if
Yeah.
I can get it better because you're
Okay.
frozen.
We are being patient tonight. We have some technical issues happening, but we're trying to work and press through it. So she'll be back. The connection is kind of weak where she is. And she's kind of moving to another area so she can come back and you can hear her clearly. So I just want you guys to know what's going on. Uh, this happens when I'm trying to have a very important conversation. It happens, but what can you do? We just try to work through the kinks here. And I am waiting to hear back from the investigator as she's going to discuss how she learned about missing, lost, and trafficked, how she stumbled upon Pebbles and Bam Bam Facebook profile. And so just waiting for her to, I see that she's here. I'm bringing her back on to the stream now. So I have you here now.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, I
Okay.
didn't hear your question because I don't know, it keeps going out. I have all my bars too. I'm not sure what's going on with the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, something happened. I don't know. You might got a storm coming through the area. Who knows? But I'm wanting to know. how did you learn about Pebbles and Bam Bam? I always say and Bam Bam, but it's Pebbles, Bam Bam. Someone told me to change my name and stop putting my government name out there. So that's why I changed it. Told me to change it. They said, girl, what you do, you better not be having your whole full government name out there like that. So, but how did you learn about Bam Bam and missing, lost, and trafficked?
Well, I a friend in high school, and she's actually going right now.
Sound issues. I'm wondering if I should try calling. Go ahead.
I don't know what's going on with this internet.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I have all my bars. I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I have a friend who's going to school for criminal justice, and she told me about your page, and so I went on and I seen it, and I was interested because
it seems as though I'm going to call. You know what? I'm going to call her because there's something weird happening with my live stream, and I don't know what's happening. There may be some type of storm coming through Miss Investigator's area. I'm not sure. Let's see what's going on, but I'm sorry. I do apologize to you all. I haven't had these type of issues in a while. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You didn't do that on last.
No, on other streams it has been a big issue. Can I call you and then we can continue? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can I call you and continue, or you think it's okay?
I heard you say continue.
Yes. So I'm going to try. I'm sorry. We're having technical difficulties right now. I want to just call her, okay? I'm going to remove this part and then I'll call, okay? And this will be better for everyone. Let me remove the stream. I don't know what's going on. Hello? Yeah, I'm here. So we are still live. I decided to just call you because I know people can hear this phone. It's pretty loud. And so I'm just calling you, and I'm sorry I couldn't keep the investigator in the stream because y'all, we were having audio issues and her audio was constantly going in and out, in and out. But what I want to do is restate the question that I stated before, which was, how did you learn about Pebbles, Bam Bam, and missing, lost, and trafficked?
Oh, okay. That was one of my friends that I grew up with. She told me about your page.
Mm-hmm.
And she's also going to school to be an investigator. So I took a look at it, and that's how I found out about your page.
Okay. And what prompted you to want to, assist with, with the reporting and I guess the investigative work that it takes to try to find out where missing people are? Like, what motivated you to want to reach out to me? And
because I see that you have the same passion I do for investigating.
Okay.
That's the type of person that I want to work with.
Okay. And just in case you all didn't hear her, she was saying that she feels, I believe you were saying that we kind of share the same passion for investigating.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. And so, if I know you can't share too much information, but I'd like to know, how, like, moving forward. We just connected. I'm so used to I've become accustomed to doing everything solo and everything just kind of on my own time, leisure, all kind of, different times of the day. I'm working on cases in the middle of the night, and so I'd like to know, how would you like to contribute, or what are your plans in terms of, contributing to Missing, Lost, and Trafficked, and the work that I do with Missing, Lost, and Trafficked, as a journalist and reporter.
I feel like I can provide you with a more in-depth investigation, more information than what's out there that's not being given by law enforcement.
Okay. And certainly I want to say you have been helpful. There are, starting with, and I got to start with Nikayla. I know I said I wasn't going to continue further reporting, but there was information that you were able to retrieve that I couldn't have retrieved on my own, and it was very helpful, and it helped me to get a much deeper insight into, at least what is happening in the life of the person that she was, last seen with. And there is just so much other bits of information that you retrieve and you share with me that's helped me with the current cases, including Jada Johnson. I mean, I think we broke a lot of ground today with Jada Johnson, and I certainly appreciate you for what you have contributed. There is, I can do a lot of digging, and a lot of information I get from other sources, just random people trusting me, willing to share personal information with me that they're not sharing with the police. And so that helps me a lot. But you having access to information that's typically privy to law enforcement also, I would say that helps tremendously as well, tremendously. And I believe that information can help to save the lives of a lot of people. And I'm going to kind of stop now because I've been kind of going on and on. But is there anything that you would like to share about, like, maybe your passion for finding missing people? I know you said you want to go into cold case investigations as well.
Yeah, that is something that I want to do.
Okay.
There are cases with that huge backlog for the kids.
Okay.
We have a huge backlog for that. I would love to work through all those cases and figure out who the perpetrator is. Okay.
And what has motivated you to work on cold cases, or to go back to investigate the disappearances or homicides of individuals, these unsolved occurrences, I would say?
There's a lot of cases where our people they don't get the attention that they need. They don't get the publicity. The proper investigation. Just want to get to the forefront and help our people, resolve some of these cases.
Okay. Well, I think that's absolutely wonderful what you are doing. I think it's amazing. And then, knowing that you are right now, you were recently accepted into an institution that is going to give you that in-depth training for, investigating cold cases. And I believe, is it forensic science?
It's going to be forensic genetic genealogy.
Okay, so you're in this, you got accepted into the forensics is it genealogy program? I'm sorry.
Yeah, genealogy program. Yeah.
Okay, that's absolutely wonderful. And you mentioned our people, our people, our people. I see that you are definitely passionate about helping our African American people, people of color. It seems like helping those communities who often have issues with getting the type of investigations that they would like to have conducted on their loved ones and relatives. So I think that's awesome as well. I know we've been speaking for a little bit. Is there anything else you would like to share with everyone, kind of as we wrap up?
Just don't be afraid to reach out through you, of course. Need some investigators.
Okay. You said don't be afraid to do what?
Reach out to you.
Okay.
If someone needs some investigative services.
Okay. Don't be afraid to reach out. If you would like to hire the investigator to investigate a specific case or occurrence or individual, then you can reach out to me, and then I will get in contact with her so I can send you the proper contact information should that be the case. But thank you so very much for joining this stream tonight. I apologize for all the audio issues.
No problem.
All right. You have a nice night, and thank you.
Thank you, Connie.
All right. No problem. All right. So we've been speaking with the investigator. She was very helpful with uncovering quite a bit of information into the disappearance of Nikayla Williams. And she is the young adult, female adult, who went missing out of Indianapolis, Indiana. She reached out to me when I was actively reporting on Nikayla's disappearance. She reached out to me, and let me know that she would like to assist me with getting a little bit more information. That information was extremely helpful. There are other cases that she has retrieved some information on. Absolutely helpful. And today, I have got to give the investigator all of her props for helping Missing, Lost, and Trafficked to uncover, to reveal the identity behind the phone number, behind the person that Jada Johnson, 16-year-old Jada Johnson, had been talking to. And more likely than less likely, that individual or someone connected to that individual is an individual that Jada Johnson had spoken with, the morning hours, I guess, of her disappearance. And so, thank you so much, investigator, for all that you do. And I thank all of my followers. I thank all of my friends for sharing the streams. I thank you for your tips. I thank you for your courage. I thank you for sharing your truth. Some people have called and bared their soul to me. There have been people calling, I'm talking about in general, about a lot of different cases, sharing some really sensitive information with me, and they have trusted me, and I have definitely been loyal to my sources and maintaining their confidentiality. I really have, and I will continue to do that. If you have any tips regarding any cases I'm currently reporting on, I try to tackle maybe 2 or 3 at a time. I'm not trying to report on 50 different people at one time because I'm not going to do a good job. So you'll see me focus in on like 1 or 2 people for a few weeks, and then you might see me focus in on 1 or 2 other people. And then I'm still kind of posting at random about other cases, but that's just kind of the way I do things. So I can really give my full attention to specific cases that I decide to report on and investigate. So yeah, that's awesome. It's so awesome that you all have helped me. You can email your tips to Missing, Lost, and Trafficked. Email your tips to Missing, Lost, and Trafficked at gmail.com. Right now, I'm sharing some information with you right now. Donations are needed. I'm not going to tell you that it's not needed, and you might feel some type of way, but whatever. Donations are needed for what I do. I am an independent missing person investigative journalist, guys. I don't have that CNN platform. I don't. It's just not there. I don't have the blue check mark yet. Okay? So my reach only goes so far for the time being. Believe me, it's growing. And I don't own a news station. Okay? But I do a lot. I do the work of multiple people. The producer, the editor, the camera. I do the work of multiple people. And with this media, this is a media organization. A media organization aimed to reunite families, investigate missing persons, whether it's a cold case or current case, and uncover the truth in homicides, okay? Expose the truth and expose killers of unsolved homicides. So, yes, your help is certainly needed and appreciated. So, yes, I'm going to ask you to donate any amount you can, because I have people around the country reaching out to Missing, Lost, and Trafficked. I'd like to be able to just either get in my car or fly to them and give them that on-the-spot reporting coverage that they can't get from their local media outlets. People need that coverage. They need a platform that's going to focus on them and get their family, their circumstance, their situation, the exposure that it needs to have. And unfortunately, it's difficult to do what I do. I have to say that it's very difficult, just right within my own means. I do a lot within my own means, but it's really hard to really be that force and expand what I do nationally, and hopefully we could go international. I like to report on folks missing in UK, Africa, Canada, etc., etc. Okay, so yes, certainly. Whatever donations that you can send, please Cash App it, $5, $1, whatever, to $sign Find the Missing. That is $sign Find the Missing. Believe me, you will see what your support helping to expand this platform and helping Missing, Lost, and Trafficked to be that driving force, that force, voice, that voiceful force for the missing. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support, and I love for you all to have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.